So, battle of the big boys today in this driver comparison video. Got the new Titleist GT2 up against the ever popular TaylorMade Qi10. Let's see which one comes out on top. That's buttoned. Okay, so arguably two of the best drivers out there from the biggest brands when it comes to this driver category. So recently seen the brand new launch of Titleist GT lineup. We've got GT2 in this particular video, looks phenomenal. Then we've got the ever popular TaylorMade Qi10 carbon face, loads of carbon in the crown, lots of tech talking points, and obviously a very popular driver on tour as well as with most amateurs. So be interesting comparison. So two forgiving drivers in their makeups and the heads that they are offering. So we're going to look at the forgiveness levels, the comparison of the looks between these two drivers, and clearly a little bit of performance using TrackMan as well. So we're going to mix the test up. We're going to hit 3 shots with the TaylorMade, 3 Titleist, and keep swapping over so we don't get in too much of run with each driver. So we'll start off with the Qi10. So let me just jump in before we carry on with the rest of the video. Just want to say thank you to everybody who has hit that subscribe button and supporting the channel. Getting such great comments on each of the videos that I'm producing, so really appreciate that. But if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you just click that subscribe button. It helps me get more videos out to you guys. And if you've got any requests for head-to-head videos, just drop them in the comments below. Well, that's buttoned, and that's that very unique carbon sort of sound that we do see from the TaylorMade and the Qi10. That is absolutely middle to kick things off there. So 289 run out. So loads of carbon, 97% of carbon is on this crown. We can see that little fleck in there. We've got obviously that 60-time carbon twist face, so loads in there. Turn it underneath, loads of carbon on the bottom, so it is not a lot of titanium, just a little of that frame around the front, around the face. So 9-degree head, I've got this set at 9-degree, and I've got the same shaft in both of these drivers, Ventus TR6X. Arrowed as well. A little bit toe side maybe, fractionally feel a little bit of a toey strike. Yeah, but that has gone very nicely. Good launch, a little bit lower spin slightly on that toe strike, which just gave me a little bit more yardage, 306 run out. So as I mentioned, very distinctive feel with the TaylorMade. Post comments down below, have you got a TaylorMade Qi10 driver in there? Let me know your thoughts about that. Obviously it's been very popular, loads of carbon. We've got that speed pocket on the bottom of the sole there, just behind the face, so keeps a little bit of flex on that low sort of strike. And what I sort of find with the TaylorMade, and probably has been, probably since the Sim to be honest, is clubhead speed has generally been a little bit quicker than most other drivers, just being a little bit aerodynamic, that inertia generator. That's a touch low in the face, but it felt pretty good, and it's got out there. So that shape of the sole, that lump of weight at the back and how that shapes just feels like you can get that little bit more sort of club head speed through the air, through that hitting area. Right, so moving into Titleist GT2. Huge launch from Titleist, as you always see. Quite refreshing with Titleist on a 2-year cycle. TaylorMade switch out every 12 months. So a lot of customers do like that 2-year sort of cycle from Titleist. Very predictable of when they're going to sort of launch. Beautiful looking golf club, looks great from the bottom. Titleist look definitely through and through. I have done a full review video on that. You can go and check it out. Looks fantastic down by that golf ball. Very clean sort of look, and I think straight away for me the difference of the look between these two, we'll get them side by side here, is it looks a little bit more compact GT2 in comparison to that Qi10. Yeah, just sort of see that. So Qi10 is just a little bit more rounded in that toe, a little bit further from that face to the back of the club, so a little bit more elongated there in comparison to GT2. So if you prefer a larger profile down there, maybe the Qi10 might just edge it for you, but if you like it a little bit more compact, GT2 looks fantastic. Okay, good hit, just working a touch up the left, but great flight on that. That looks to be out there. Yeah, good launch, low spin. Yeah, nice sort of numbers there. Okay, that wasn't the greatest of strikes, a little bit low in the heel, but it's found the fairway. And the spin was quite controlled, so not a huge drop off. That wasn't absolutely middle there, so maybe a little bit of forgiveness in that GT2 head just helping me out a touch there. So quite a different sound there in comparison. Obviously, we don't get that carbon head with no carbon in the Titleist. Titleist have stuck and not put carbon in there where many other brands have done. Having said that, they have got this new proprietary polymer sort of crown now that overlaps. So very much a lighter material, which again is going to save weight in the head, which can get repositioned as most of these brands tend to sort of do. That's a beautiful flight. A little bit of a higher flight there with the GT, I would say. That looks to be flying through that air very nicely. Yeah, good carry again, good spin, good launch, and a control of that spin as well. So again, this is a 9-degree head set at A1, so I've not changed that around at all. Again, same sort of shaft, Ventus TR in a 6X. So I think the other thing that stands out to me as well, just in that playing position, apart from that head size, is when you put the Qi10, bear in mind that's 9-degree, and also GT2 9-degree, looks to have more loft on GT2. I think it's to do with these more prominent sort of white lines that they have on the face of the GT2, whereas obviously the carbon one, we've got some little white dashes. It's like that darker blue against the dark black. Sometimes it just blends a little bit. Yes, we've got that white etching which shows off that top edge, which I do quite like, just so it doesn't blend too much from the face into the crown of the club, but it just looks to have much less loft with the Qi10 visually. Oh, it's a great strike, just slightly tweaked up the left. Beautiful ball flight on that though. Yeah, there's the ball speed shoot up there, really good strike, just short of 166, great launch, 283.03. Okay, so back into Qi10 for another 3. Okay, right, let's move back to GT2. So GT2 back in the hands for another 3. Okay, that's a nice one just to finish that little batch off with GT2. So GT2, a little bit more compact over Qi10 as I mentioned. The feel is quite different, so we've definitely got that carbon feel with tons of that carbon in Qi10. Or if you prefer a little bit more ting on that sort of strike and that sound, then GT2 is the one. Feels phenomenal, GT2. I do like the feel of the Qi10, it's just very, very sort of different. I think Titleist have that very unique look, very clean, simple, compact, beautiful sort of shape look, and a great sound and feel. A little bit more of a solid feel maybe. You might, or I would refer to that between that and the Qi10. So as expected, we probably weren't going to see huge differences between these two drivers. Always tends to be more subtle differences in now. This is where the importance of maybe go and get fitted, get that loft dialed in, the swing weight, the shaft, everything like that. Perfectly for your sort of delivery to maximize those little sort of gains that you're going to see. GT2 maybe just edging it in this particular test. It's a better looking golf club to me personally. Again, you might differ from there. So for me, GT2 just probably pips it just. Appreciate you watching the video as always, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.